You're a teacher, bus driver, principal, cafeteria worker, and you love what you do, most of the time. It's not an easy job, but the rewards can be tremendous. When it comes to picking out your employee benefits, well, it can be confusing. Perhaps you feel like you could use a quick class to simplify the many options offered to you. That's where we come in. We're going to help you understand and choose what benefits are right for you, to cover you for the bigger risks in life, the ones you can't afford to get wrong. Let's jump right in. There are 4 major areas of coverage. We call them the Core 4. The first and most important core to focus on is health insurance. It's a given that all of us at one point or another will have health expenses. At the current cost, only a very small percentage of Americans can afford to pay these expenses on their own. If you aren't covered by your spouse or under some other plan, it's important that you look at your health plan decision guide and choose a plan that works best for you. The second most important benefit is disability income protection, which protects you from losing your income should you get sick or injured. Let's face it, many of us live paycheck to paycheck, and that paycheck is what allows us to keep everything we own: our homes, our cars, even keeping our water on. For shorter periods of time that you're not able to work, say up to 90 days, there are several different options that we all have to replace income: personal savings, sick leave, or even short-term disability. This can help to replace your income during shorter periods of time when you can't work. But do you have the resources to go, let's say 3 months without income? If not, you may want to consider short-term disability income protection. Still not sure it's a fit? We have provided helpful tools for you in your benefit materials, such as model questions, to help you discover if you have a need for this plan. So what about more than 3 months? 1 out of every 5 working Americans will become disabled for at least a year before age 65. What if all of your sick leave and your personal savings are exhausted? What would you do? The fact is, very few people have the financial resources to live without a paycheck for a year or more while dealing with a serious illness or health issue. That's why disability income protection is the second most important benefit to have. The third major risk people face is the financial burden that the loss of a life puts on someone else. Now, the financial burden is not the first thing you think about after a death, but it is a reality that hits many people. Just think of the cost of a funeral, a mortgage, car loans, credit cards, and don't forget college costs. None of us want to leave these responsibilities to our spouse, parents, or certainly our children. The easiest way to remove that risk is through life insurance. What is life insurance? It's simply a way to pay for financial obligations we have in the event of a death. Bills are hard enough to pay when everything is going fine, but the sudden loss of a life can really put stress on a family financially. There are 2 types of life insurance: life insurance for a short-term period called term insurance, and life insurance for a long-term period called permanent insurance. Term insurance is used for our financial obligations that are shorter in length, things that eventually go away, such as mortgages, college education, or car loans. Term insurance is less expensive when you are younger and increases in price as you age. So choose this type life insurance when you have higher financial obligations to protect earlier in life. The second type of life insurance is permanent life insurance for more long-term needs. It is more expensive earlier in life, but has level cost and usually at some point becomes less than the term we just spoke of, as that coverage gets more expensive as you age. Either term or permanent, make sure you have some form of life insurance in place. The last major risk people face is running out of money in retirement. We all hope that someday, if we're lucky, we'll go on living long after the paychecks have stopped. Most employees think teacher retirement will be all they need, until it's too late. Teacher retirement and Social Security usually aren't enough to maintain your lifestyle in retirement. This might be one of the reasons why over half of all retirees are still working. And today, the vast majority of Americans live beyond age 65. Are you prepared to be one of them? If you're not already saving a portion of your income to supplement your primary retirement plan, you should definitely consider saving a small portion of your income each paycheck. Luckily, saving for retirement is easier than you think. There are 3 simple questions you should answer to establish retirement security. 1. How much should I save? 2. How should I invest? 3. Who are my beneficiaries? If you're unsure how much to save, start small. Making decisions on how to invest can be scary for many people. But now, we've made the hardest part, starting, easy. Okay, having these 4 core areas protected first will cover most of the risks we face in our lives. Now let's talk about smaller risks. There are additional products included in your benefits package like dental and vision. While some procedures can be costly, many dental and vision expenses are manageable and affordable. Your dental and vision plans are designed to lessen the out-of-pocket costs while maximizing your dollars. So look at the expenses you have in these areas. Maybe they're manageable. Maybe they're not. The options are to take coverage if you have the needs, or just self-insure this area and let your savings pay for these expenses. Your Employee Benefits Center has full details on these plans. Next, critical illness plans are a solution to the high costs of serious conditions that can affect us all. Critical illness insurance provides a substantial cash benefit upon the first diagnosis of a covered condition, like invasive cancer, heart attacks, or strokes, to help protect you from their associated costs. Your benefit can be used any way you and your family choose, and your benefit is paid in full regardless of any other insurance you may have in force. A great advantage of this plan is that you take your policy with you. It's yours to keep, even if you change jobs or retire, and the rates don't increase as you age. Finally, are you looking for some creative ways to save money this year? If so, consider flexible spending accounts, FSAs. There are 2 types of FSAs, healthcare and dependent care. A healthcare FSA allows you to put pre-tax dollars into an account to be used to pay for eligible expenses not reimbursed by insurance plans. Things like copays, deductibles, out-of-pocket prescriptions, even LASIK surgery. A detailed list of these eligible expenses can be found on your Employee Benefits Center website. Dependent care FSAs allow out-of-pocket, qualifying dependent daycare expenses, like your kids' daycare, to be eligible for reimbursement if it is for dependents claimed on your federal income tax return. FSAs are a way to save on taxes for things you are already paying for. One important point is the use it or lose it rule, which states that any money you defer into your account that you do not claim by the end of the plan year, you lose. But don't let it frighten you. Just be conservative and know that these are expenses you will incur for the next plan year. The Employee Benefits Center website is a great resource for you to use. You can find detailed lists of eligible expenses, FSA calculators, and much more. We have also provided model questions that build plans specific to your needs. Just answer the simple questionnaire to help you determine the coverage that is best for you. As always, if you have any additional questions, you can contact your tax professional to confirm what is eligible if you're not sure about an expense item. Ultimately, we want you to feel secure. Your employer wants you to feel secure. Let's face it, we all want to feel secure. And that's what employee benefits are all about.